What's up everyone, Chris at Dentless Touch, back again with another paintless dent repair video. This time around we have a Honda Crosstour. You don't see many of those. Kind of like this cross between a car and an SUV. That is the dent that we're going to be repairing. Pretty straightforward. I know this is my first experience with high strength steel doors. I believe this car is like a 09, 2010. And when I just did the regular door dings on this car, I realized that I needed some different tools. And this was back in 09. And like I said, it was my first kind of experience with high strength steel. So I know this car very well. Anyway, so we have this nasty dent right there. Woo! All right. And he said there was something on the hood. Okay, so probably this dent right here on the hood. So pretty straightforward. Steel, I think the fenders are steel, but the doors are high strength steel, like I stated before. So that's it, guys. That's what we're gonna be fixing. All right, Dave, what's your approach?
You scared me there. For the Honda fender?
Yeah, the Honda fender.
First things first is probably gonna be cold glue. Mixed with a little hot glue, so just glue pulling first, cold and hot. And then just assessing from there. I think these, I don't recall 100%, but I think these are braced up right by that headlight there. So I may have to slide, instead of actually have direct leverage, I might have to slide through a brace or two, but it's a pretty straightforward repair. I mean, it's, you know, complex because it's on the body line, but just, you know, another day of Dentless Touch. I say this, and I know how I should do it. I just know the comments. If this does make the footage, I just know how that's gonna go. My statement was, I don't know exactly where I'm gonna start. There's two places that I deem that you can start this repair. One is gonna be putting a tab right on the body line. And by doing that, putting a tab here, bringing this metal up, it should pop or at least move the bulk, a majority of this metal, just by putting a tab or two right on this body line, recreating that shape. Spot number two, I was thinking of putting a tab, was right up at the top of the crown here. So there's crowning from the impact. I could put a tab here, and what that'll do is release this metal here, and hopefully release a lot of the tension within this, allowing that to go ahead and move back to its original shape. So just to start this repair off, there's 2 points of where you can really start this with glue pulling. As I'm talking to you guys now, I'm gonna probably try the top one first, 1 or 2 pulls, and then go to the body line. I wanna bring this metal up, the top of this body line, I wanna bring the majority of that metal up first before I really start to attack any of the light crowns in the bottom part of this. So bring all this up as much as I can and then probably work the bottom. So yeah, glue pull, I think I'm gonna start with the tab right up here first. We'll see how it goes though. You know, we know every repair is different, so once we get in there, we'll know. I said the green glue from Anson, Cactus Green. This is the glue that I've used now probably for the last 2-3 years. You and Ryan from RPS up in Baltimore, actually, you guys turned me out to this green. I was using tab weld probably for the better half of the last 5-6 years, or since it probably came out. So I'm thinking 5-6 years. But in the meantime, with using that gray tab weld, you guys turned me out to this green, and this pulls like a freight train. So I'm always in between tab weld, that gray tab weld, or Cactus Green.
All right, guys, so I wanted to show you the progression where Dave is at. A lot of times people think dents are just gonna pop out. You can see the force that he's using to actually try to lift that metal up. Let me show you what it looks like right now. This is about 15 minutes of glue pulling this panel. So let me just show you that. Why are we glue pulling? So as you can see, it's not popping out. So the reason why he started with glue pulling is he's trying to release the tension and kind of direct the dent of where he wants it to go. At least that's why how I would, or the reason why I would start with the glue first. I would have probably did cold glue, but as you can see, cold glue probably wouldn't have done much good because he needed a lot of power to actually move that metal. And I'm speaking for him, so let me see if I'm accurate here.
No, you're completely fine. I started with the hot glue instead of the cold glue, kind of like, I didn't know which one I was going to use first. Right. So I just started with the hot, and kind of thankfully I did because this thing needs, it needs a nice bond with the glue and the tab to really pull this. I'm not 100%, it's in the estimate. I don't know if this fender is high-strength steel or not. Yeah, I actually have to double-check. I believe it is.
I mean, from the way it's pulling, it's
it's definitely not just regular metal. If this was just a regular steel panel, from the shape of this dent, initially, a lot of this would have popped. I think I've stated before, metal has memory, and it wants to go back to its original shape. So if this was regular steel, a couple of those glue pulls should have helped that bring that body line up, and a lot of that damage should have just came up with the first 1 or 2 pulls if this was regular steel. Yep. So as you guys can see from the footage here, it's pulling in different sections. That just means that there is tension in just different spots, and then it's not all just gonna pop like we, like
for sure,
people think or whatever.
And this is the reason why we decided to actually film this dent, because we wanted to see if it was going to pop and show you what actually pops out. Yeah. So let me show you, I think, the areas of concern, what he needs to address first, or the places where he needs to spend some time in, and then he can go over what he thinks. So just to show you the 2 different thought patterns of 2 different technicians. So I'm going to kind of be in the scene here, but these 2 areas right here are kinked, or at least this one is, and I'm going to kind of show you this as best I can. So this area right here, you can see the kink that's happening right here. That's gonna kind of bound up this whole entire dent, because the body line basically acts as the rigidity for this area of the fender. So, and then he has something in the top area. I'm trying to get you guys to see in the light. It's probably not the best. There's a lot of different areas that he needs to address before this dent is going to start looking good. I think he's going to spend roughly about another 2 hours. You can see the ridge. I'll flip the camera back around. Man, it is so hard to pick up in the camera, but you can see there's a ridge starting to actually develop, or was actually already there. It's just a lot of stuff going on with this dent. So stay tuned. He's gonna work it out.
Yeah, it should be fun.
It's not the right terminology, but stay tuned. He's gonna repair it.
Yeah.
right, guys, that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. Peace. Is this thing on? I think it's on. Yeah, I think it's on. It's on. It's on.